Hello, welcome to another Israeli Frenemies. This week we're having a very, very heated show. Hello to my co-host Ari Fuld.
How you doing, Ari? How was your week so far?
It's been very well. It's been very good. I thought you had something to tell me.
Yeah. So the
beginning of the show.
This morning I saw an advertisement from the Meretz party. I believe that's the party that you're part of. They put out
I am the president of the governing assembly.
So then you're responsible for this advertisement then?
No, not
the
personally,
advertisement was an ad for the youth of Meretz, and the whole narrative was you as in Israel. We started the conflict. We did this. We did it. They put all the blame on Israel. Politics aside, I was shocked to see that. I thought, all right, leftist, but blame Israel for the terrorism? That was truly it was an unbelievable thing to see.
They spoke about the conflict, not about terrorism. And they, first of all,
we started the conflict?
Extremely proud of the Meretz young wing. They're amazing
sure they are.
Young Israelis who are patriotic, who are fighting for the well-being of this country.
Who think we started the conflict.
And they had a message to the Israeli leadership. You have to fix this. You are responsible in the sense that we're living 50 years in a situation of occupation that leads to bloodshed.
Are we responsible for the conflict?
We are. First of all, we are the ones who control those areas.
No, we don't.
Yes, we are, and you are settling there.
No, we don't.
Yes, we are.
The PA controls those areas.
And we have most of the power.
The Palestinian Authority controls those areas.
And this is the first time we have a prime minister now for 8 long years that doesn't do anything to promote peace.
Apparently the public doesn't agree with you, but you're in the minority. Apparently you're in the minority.
Fine.
The public
as a minority, as a political minority.
But the majority say he's wonderful.
Perhaps.
So reality check, deal with it.
So the Meretz young wing is fighting for our truth and hoping to gain...
Blaming Israel for the conflict.
Blaming the Israeli leadership for not negotiating peace.
They blamed Israel for the conflict.
They blame everyone, a prime minister that doesn't do anything to fix this is responsible for all the consequences.
But the conflict didn't start with Netanyahu, did it?
It didn't start with Netanyahu.
So who's to blame for the conflict?
There's now the Jubilee.
Who's to blame
it is the first prime minister.
Who's to blame for the Arabs murdering Jews in the land of Israel?
He's the first prime minister since Menachem Begin in 1977 that doesn't do anything to promote peace.
Who's to blame for the conflict? Who's to blame for the Muslims murdering Jews in the land of Israel?
First of all, the fact that you can't say Palestinians shows a lot.
Why would I?
That shows a lot. You don't even respect the right to self-determination.
Give me a year when
so condescending.
Arab nationally Palestinian never existed in the history of the world.
Okay,
You're making historical narratives. Why are you doing that?
We'll continue this debate along the next shows, but we have a long show this evening, so let's
get started. Welcome back to Frenemies. So this week we had a little bit of a diplomatic incident where the foreign minister of Germany decided to meet with organization NGOs who are actually undermining the Israeli government, breaking the silence, and of course also B'Tselem, instead of worrying about the prime minister himself. The prime minister obviously said to Germany, I'm not willing to meet with someone who chooses to meet with organizations that undermines Israel's democracy and Israel's sovereignty.
Undermines the democracy.
Of course, Uri will disagree with that because Uri was actually leading the B'Tselem organization. But I will show you, after you want to answer that claim, the exact things that breaking the silence does, and maybe you'll understand a little bit better just how much audacity, chutzpah as we say, the German prime minister around the Holocaust Memorial Day has to go meet these NGOs that are undermining Israel's sovereignty.
I think the chutzpah comes from the Israeli prime minister, who's also our foreign minister. He never nominated a foreign minister.
Is that illegal?
Not to meet. No, it's fine.
Not
to meet with the foreign minister of Israel's perhaps the second best friend Israel has in the world after the United States, a country that not only supports Israel diplomatically and politically, also helps it with its security, namely the submarines, our submarines fleet that is all made in Germany, and most of it was given by Germany.
Wonderful.
And this foreign minister, by the way, Sigmar Gabriel, was pushing for the German submarine aid and security aid to Israel.
Wonderful.
A good friend of Israel. And in the diplomatic world, not to meet this foreign minister, who, by the way, he wanted to meet with Israeli NGOs that are extremely respected around the world, and not to meet with him,
respected.
and to humiliate the foreign minister of such a strong ally of Israel. That is crazy.
You had 3 minutes.
Goes against the Israeli national interest.
You had 2 minutes now talking, but you forgot to mention one small detail. Breaking the silence, for instance, I have a whole list of things. They actually spread libels about Jews. They said that Jews in Judea poisoned the wells of Arabs. Did that happen, Uri?
First of all, I'm not familiar with that.
I don't think. Did that happen, Uri? Breaking the silence came out and made a statement.
I don't think
that Jewish settlers.
Prove it to me. I don't think.
Right here, I have the statement. You want to see it?
Read it.
I have the statement. It says right here we have that Jewish settlers poisoned the wells of.
Come on, this is part of your campaign.
Would you like the name? Would you like to read it?
I would love to.
He is the head of all organizational activities with Breaking the Silence.
Right. First of all, I don't buy that.
I don't
know the context.
Okay, if he did say that.
For our viewers.
You spoke for 2 minutes. Hold on 1 second. You spoke for 2 minutes. If he did say and spread that libel,
we don't want ILTV to be liable.
Hello. If he did say that, which I can prove to you very easily, would you understand?
I don't know what the context is.
He said Jews poison the wells of the Arabs.
I don't know what the context is.
That's libelous.
Nobody would talk about Jews. But I don't know. I need to read it.
If I show it to you inside, will you admit that you understand?
Breaking the silence. But let's for our viewers to know who are breaking the silence.
So Breaking the Silence is an nonprofit organization that does not work within the Israeli system.
No. I'm sorry. I want to describe them.
They are funded by foreign, not people, governments.
Okay, hold on. Breaking the silence are combat soldiers.
No.
All of them are.
That's not breaking the silence.
All of them are combat soldiers who served in the occupied territories and tell the stories of the occupation policy and how it's implemented in the occupied territories and what they had to do.
Breaking the Silence is a non-profit organization that travels the world and gives testimonies without proof or names. Bashing Israel and soldiers.
As combat
that
soldiers.
Is irrelevant.
That's the whole essence of that organization.
The witnesses that they give are anonymous and unproven.
The fact is that
are you a lawyer?
The government.
Are you a lawyer?
I'm a jurist.
Would that stand up in court?
I'm a jurist.
Would that stand up in court?
I don't know what you're talking about. All of their testimonies were found as truth, but that's irrelevant.
No, it is not irrelevant.
It's irrelevant because the fact that our prime minister, in order to appease you and your allies, the extreme right wing, is willing to jeopardize Israel's diplomatic relations with one of our biggest allies. I'm not even. You are deflecting.
You cannot suspect someone of something without giving proof of it. You're a lawyer. You should know that.
The question here is not breaking the silence.
Yes, it
although
is.
they are heroes. I was with them this week with the director general. With the director general.
But you weren't a combat soldier.
I'm not in breaking the silence. I'm an officer in the IDF.
But you weren't a combat soldier.
What does it have to do with anything?
Stop
condescending me. You're doing that all the time.
God forbid. I'm not condescending.
I'm an officer, a proud officer. I give a lot. I serve for your settlement.
We're at fault.
Stop doing that.
Settlements.
You're bashing me personally.
1 second.
I served.
Where did you serve?
In Hebron.
Doing what?
Doing what? In order to protect you.
What did you do?
And your friends, the settlers who are jeopardizing the state of Israel.
You are not a combat soldier.
Don't talk to me about me personally.
You're not a combat soldier.
I am an officer in the IDF.
Are you a combat soldier?
Shame on you.
Are you a combat soldier?
Shame on you.
Are you a combat soldier?
Who are you?
You are in the Shelley
Shame on you.
You are not a combat soldier.
Shame on you.
Keep going.
Shame on you.
But you're still not a combat soldier.
Officer. I'm actually outranking you.
But you're not a.
So the next story is something I had a personal touch in, a revelation, breaking news yesterday in several, first Channel 10 and then several Israeli media outlets about the fact that a right-wing organization called Chonenu which supposedly supports with legal aid to right-wing terrorists, also supports financially terrorists who were already indicted in Israeli courts, such as, for instance, the cold-blooded killer terrorist of the youth, Mohammed Abu Khdeir, and Ami Popper, who shot and killed several Palestinians and others, helping them financially. And not only are they helping them financially, they are getting tax exemption from the Israeli government. Now, one of Israel's biggest claims against the Palestinian Authority is that it supports terrorists financially. We see here that the Israeli government, by first allowing this to happen and second giving tax breaks to that organization, is basically aiding terrorists.
Okay, so now let's give the facts. Okay, number one.
Those are the facts as they were shown on the Israeli media.
Number one, Chonenu is not a right-wing organization, number one. You define
what is
it as
it?
what? They're an organization that gives, number one, legals to support. Number two,
to terrorists.
No, not to terrorists. Number two,
terrorists with blood
it's
on their hands.
That from the side of the political spectrum, with blasted Elor Azaria, because a terrorist has a right to defend himself. All of a sudden, terrorists don't have rights. I love the hypocrisy. Now I'm going to finish talking.
So hold on.
No,
it's okay to kill Palestinians?
Now I'm going to show you the difference and stop throwing ridiculous things out.
It's about time we'll see it in your real face.
And now the difference is very simple. Chonenu, what they did was they did not support the terrorists themselves at all. And the difference between the people that you want to make peace with, the PA, and Chonenu.
Let's talk about Chonenu.
And the difference is, you mentioned both of them, so I'm mentioning both of them. The difference is Chonenu does not have a prerequisite of someone killing an Arab to get money. The people you want to make peace with do.
All the people who they got money from are people with blood on their hands.
Money to the families to
terrorists.
Live. Unlike your partners who support the murder, the families of the people were actually
partners are the partners of the Israeli government. I'm talking about Chonenu now,
and so let me finish
which supports
let me finish
terrorists.
the sentence. And again, the people that Chonenu gave money to were the families who were ousted from their community. Therefore, they help them
because
with food.
they are terrorists.
The families are
killed and burned alive a Palestinian youth.
Punishment.
They shot.
Do you believe in collective punishment? Do you believe in collective punishment?
What are you talking about?
Why should the family be punished?
Are you okay with the PA helping the terrorists?
No, and I'll explain the difference again. The PA
but you're protecting this.
Yes, and again,
because
Uri,
that shows racism. That shows racism.
Again, the hypocrisy is the PA supports that act. Chonenu does not.
And the Israeli government gives tax exemption to this organization.
Are you saying the Israeli government supported the murder of that
I'm saying that by giving tax exemption
to an organization
financial support
who don't have money
terrorist families, that's aiding terror.
So then okay. So again, let's just get the things on the ground. Do you believe in collective punishment? Yes or no?
What are you talking about? Which collective punishment? What are you talking about?
If you believe that,
what does it have to do with anything?
So Chonenu gives the families money for food, not for support
money for
of anything.
Food? These are convicted terrorists.
They're not giving the terrorists money. They're giving their families financial support to eat.
How is it different than the PA?
Because the PA supports them because they murdered.
Exactly the same.
Not because of their financial situation.
Chonenu doesn't simple murderer.
Uri, listen very carefully.
No simple murderer, just terrorists.
Again,
only Jewish terrorists.
Chonenu's ruler of helping people is their financial situation.
They don't assist any murderer who did not kill Arabs, right?
Incorrect. You're absolutely wrong.
Give me one example.
Their assist goes to legal.
But it was revealed yesterday, Channel 10,
incorrect, and you're
that
wrong.
It's financial aid to the terrorists and their families.
Who are financially in dire
I can't believe you're
straits.
sitting here instead of saying this is wrong.
I can't believe you're not listening.
Protecting terrorists.
I can't believe you're not listening. I can't believe you're not listening. Again, I'm not protecting terrorists. I don't defend the act at all. What I'm saying is you are either intentionally,
but you're okay with that.
You're either intentionally or unintentionally falsifying the actual facts.
I'm falsifying?
Yes. Chonenu helped the families.
Do they
you're going to listen, you're going to argue. Again, for the third time.
Aid just regular murderers or just terrorists?
Everybody. They help poor families
That's
as well.
not true.
Yes, it is.
We had the list.
In fact,
it was
on
only
their website,
all the support
on their
Jewish
website,
terrorists.
they have,
this is just a lie.
On their website, they have a list of things where families can ask for financial help. It has nothing to do with
families of convicted Jewish.
No.
So, maybe in order to lower the heat a bit, we'll go overseas to Europe. This week we had a very, how would I say it, important, at least important, elections and a big drama in European politics, elections in France. There were many candidates. The candidate that drew most of the attention and focus was Marine Le Pen. Marine Le Pen is the leader of the French National Front Party.
Although she said she denies it.
No. She's
I know, but she said, I'm not the leader. No, she said, she came out and
she suspended her leadership for the next 2 weeks. That's what she did. This is a party that is a right-wing party, very much against the Islamic immigration to France. Her father, Jean-Marie Le Pen, who founded this party, is a well-known anti-Semite, and therefore
complete and well-known. He says he's an anti-Semite. He doesn't hide it. It's not like we have to discover it.
Right, and most Jews in France did not vote for her. The other candidate who passed the first round is Emmanuel Macron, who's a centrist, former Minister of Finance in the current socialist government, who left both the government and the party. What I want to focus is about Marine Le Pen, because to me it's kind of odd. The Israeli government basically is not willing to do with her anything. Like they're boycotting Marine Le Pen, which is a good thing. But honestly, I looked at her platform. I heard her statements. There's nothing different than what the current Israeli government is saying.
Oh my goodness, Uri, she said that Jews shouldn't walk around with kippas on their head. Please stop exaggerating. We can agree on some things.
And they have the Muazzin law for Muslims here.
Again, the Muazzin law is at 4
Obviously, the Jewish government will not be against Jews.
Uri, listen. We can agree on things. The Muazzin law at 4 o'clock in the morning to have decibels that are way over anything that's legal has nothing to do with religion. Why would you? Nothing.
So that's why the Shabbat siren was
If I have a wedding going on after 11:30, they ask me to turn my noise down. At 4 o'clock in the morning on speakers, you have the Muazzin screaming.
Are in a settlement.
Hold on one second.
There to where they live.
Uri, listen to me. Again, those arguments are different. You're making comparisons which are silly. Because I agree with you, Le Pen. She's an anti-Semite and she's a racist. But to compare the two, when she says to Jews,
she has very similar points of view to Bezalel Smotrich, to others
where does
in the Israeli government.
Say Jews can't wear a kippah or Arabs can't wear a keffiyeh?
He said that he's not willing that his children will be in the same hospital.
No, what he said. We are right now at the 100th day of President Donald J. Trump, and believe it or not, he is making his first trip to Israel. I believe that the former president hadn't done so in years since he was president, but he's coming to
the former president
Israel.
was here twice.
No. I'm saying in his first 100 days or 100, that
but
time.
He was never here before.
But Trump right now is coming exactly around Jerusalem, the Jewish Unification Day. Really an unbelievable, I think, a statement that he's making a clear statement that he believes the Jewish people are the rightful owners of the city of Jerusalem. And I would say, thank God we have a friend in the White House. As someone who lives in Judea, I'm very happy that someone's in the White House who doesn't call me illegal. It's nice to have a friend like that. I mean, I know that you disagree with that, but I think we have someone who's a very, very big friend of his, and I'm very happy that he's in the White House. And by the way, nightmares didn't happen. World War III didn't happen. He didn't cause all the things, all the fake news, and all the liberals in America said, oh my God, nothing happened. So I think everyone has to calm down. The man's actually doing well so far. Let's see what happens in the future.
First of all, I'm not sure about how well he's doing, but there's no doubt that he's backing away from most of his campaign.
Right. The last couple of shows you actually liked him. You were like pushing him ahead.
Crazy promises. And I have any leverage over Donald Trump. I don't have any leverage over him. I wish I had. I don't have any, I do think the following, though. I bet you that first, he will not keep the promise of changing the location of the American embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. I do not think, although he comes very close to the Jerusalem Day, he would not be here for the actual Jerusalem Day, which is a crazy thing to celebrate
Jews
occupation.
coming back from Jerusalem.
He will not be there. He will not be
Uri,
there for
I don't
this.
understand as a Jew.
But hold on.
Uri, how do you say that Jews in Jerusalem are occupying Jerusalem? It's been our city for 3,000 years.
Okay. But Donald Trump will be, it seems like it right now, I think he will be the first president who will be able to cope with Mr. Netanyahu and drag him into a political
You know what I love? You know what I love,
negotiations
you know what I love?
with the Palestinians.
You know what I love,
He
Uri?
might even make him sign an agreement.
I love it.
And maybe in that sense, he's the right guy in the,
You know what I love?
at
You
the
know what I
right
love?
time and
Uri?
place.
I love how the liberals all the time scream, call them all Nazis and everything else.
I
not
never
you,
did
not
that.
you, God forbid. In America, they compared him like the weekend Le Pen to Netanyahu. They compared Trump to all kinds
Well,
of villains.
Netanyahu is the
all
equivalent
kinds of
of,
villains. And now that he's in office and he's disappointed not yours also, I guess, crazy ideas of what he's going to do. All of a sudden, he's your best friend. Listen to me.
He's not my best friend,
pro-Israel.
but
He's
because
pro-Israel.
he's your
doesn't
Messiah,
agree
he
with
can do
your-
stuff
He
that-
doesn't agree with your views, for example, that Jews in Judea are illegal settlers. He believes that the Jews
Wait,
actually
well,
belong
let's
there.
wait and see.
No, he doesn't. Whatever his politics go, he doesn't believe that. He's very clear.
He
that
will
believes
be.
Jews.
He might be the person who will make you
That's
leave
fine.
your home.
Well, I don't think so, and I think that's
Let's
again.
wait.
Again, I think that's part of the left kind of like fantasy world that you're living in. But that again, it doesn't matter.
I don't have any leverage over Donald Trump.
I
as said
understand
before.
that, but the things you're saying now are unbased and a little bit silly.
So
Again,
why would someone who's so friendly to the cause you're representing,
what cause am I representing?
once he's at the Oval Office, is seeking to promote negotiations
What's he seeking to
based
promote?
on a two-state solution?
No,
Why
no,
is he doing that?
What he said to Alan Dershowitz at the time was it's not off the table. He didn't say this is the solution. He said, I'd like to find a solution.
let's-
It's not off the table. But again,
I'm not sure that he's gonna do
This
it,
is the kind of
but he
exaggeration
has
that
the chance to do it.
doesn't allow actually political debate. You don't have to exaggerate it. You and I both understand that he's much more
I don't have any
right-wing, quote
expectations.
unquote, and support of Israel in terms of the way I see it than Obama was. I think you agree with me that.
So let's
that's a
agree
good
on
thing.
another thing. If Obama would have said or done, I don't know, 1/10 of what Trump said on Israel and on Jews and on the Holocaust, this week he made a good speech, but that was after so many faults, you guys would have grilled President
only,
Obama.
Right, that's only because Obama went to see the radical Islamic regimes before he came to see his ally Israel, and that's because he brought Netanyahu into the back door of the White House.
visited Egypt.
The
It's
way
not a
the
radical
Arab
regime,
Republic of Egypt, who are now the Muslim Brotherhood, is kind of. All right, we're at the part of the segment where we say good words. So I want to publicly apologize to you for insulting you personally. I did not mean to do that at all. And I think that we have to show kind of an example to the public that we can certainly disagree politically and not go down that personal road. So I want to publicly apologize to you going down the road. I know that you were in the IDF, and I know that you were an officer. And maybe I shouldn't have brought that up, and I do apologize for it. So
I respect your apology. I'm very proud of my service, both as an officer during our compulsory service and as a reserve officer. I worked hard in defending this country in the ways I was designated to by the military itself.
I think that we have to realize that both sides actually do care. And,
Yeah, of course.
I
course.
think we have a problem with each other sometimes about that, but I think we have to come there. We do care.
And I respect your service, and I saw you were on reserve service
Reserve just recently.
this week, and I
Training
salute you for
something that
that.
never happened. We hope that'll never happen. What we were training for.
Yeah, and maybe with this positive note, after a really heated show, it's time to. Oh, and by the way, before in Israel we have for maybe our viewers don't all know about that. In Israel we have a conjunction between the Memorial Day, which will happen next week, and Independence Day. Monday is Memorial Day, and Tuesday is Independence Day. We go very quickly from grief to happiness. The grief for those who were fallen for the protection of this country and making it happen, and it's a true miracle.
Right. I think the more we feel the pain before, they understand how important the state of Israel actually is.
And we're looking forward to see you guys next week in Israeli Frenemies.